2018, absolutely the year of IoT and edge computing. A lot of the compute is moving to the edge. And you saw, Jens, have you seen this deep lens camera that Amazon will be selling from April on in their store? It's a $240 camera called Deep Lens.
No, unfortunately not. Sounds also awesome.
It has 16 gigs of RAM. It has TensorFlow pre-installed. It has Lambda running on Greengrass. So you can basically build your own little, of course, people say, this will be your perfect little big brother device because it doesn't have to be plugged in. It doesn't have to be even on a Wi-Fi. It can recognize faces and trigger action based on a face it recognizes, right? If it's Jens, it pours a bucket of something over his head. And if it's Torsten, it's going to be nice and give me a piece of chocolate cake. So there will be a lot more innovation in that area.
Sounds good, yeah. But I see it a little bit more from the infrastructure point of view. I've recently talked to VMware and SAP, and they had a joint announcement like saying they want to work together in the IoT space based on VMware's Pulse platform that will also integrate with SDDC and NSX. So, and also Cisco, of course, is super active in that space as the premium infrastructure vendor.
Yeah, a lot of vendors are pouring resources in this, and especially VMware. It's really interesting, as you said, with Pulse. If they manage to stitch all of this together, PKS and Pulse, and they get Pivotal Cloud Foundry to take off a little bit more, they have really an integrated offering that fits it all together. I mean, it's an interesting position that they're in. Everybody's only talking about AWS and workloads flowing away from this VMware-centric world and into AWS, but they could play those cards right. If they play those cards right, then they have something unique.
Yeah, for sure. I think they are doing a good job right now. Yeah.
And then on the networking end, maybe we can connect that a little bit. Jens, you are the big network virtualization guy. NSX needs to become mainstream, right? Or if it doesn't become mainstream, there's so many other companies that do flattened networks with policy-driven. Some of them do peer-to-peer managed flat networks. So if NSX doesn't get that penetration, it may be their last chance, right, to capitalize on that huge investment.
I think it's looking good. So from what I see, the discussions I have with customers and so on, it's like leaving the big ones. I think VMware is making good progress in the big accounts, and they are moving on to the medium-sized accounts, definitely.
Jens, that was the clock already. And I want to say, yes, they're making good progress, but the problem is for them to go deep and finding the staff within those accounts that can actually manage NSX across all of the different parts of the enterprise, and that's their big challenge, right? It's not so much how many clients they have; it's more about how deep will they be able to go, and will they be able to integrate NSX into vSphere so that a vSphere admin can push out NSX networks.
Yeah, already done basically, but of course there's still more work to do. Yeah.
Right.